What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some more Idle Heroes. Today, we are on the old Big Daddy account, the Daddy Moge account. Oh, we can call it that, because we have Daddy Moge. I guess that makes sense. Hey, we're coming up with things. But we're on the old account today, and we have a couple plans. First plan, I need to knock out the Heroic Miracle, because I just need to do it. Need to get that Horus copy. That would be the final copy to E3 Horus on this account. I don't think I'm going to do the Prophet Summon portion of the event, though. And you'd be like, what? Are you just broke? I'm actually not. I've got 177 orbs. I just don't really need to push them out right now. I'm not trying to get Ormus. I'm not trying to build Valentino. So those are kind of wasted units, in my opinion. I don't really need them. So instead, I'm just going to save them up and then maybe do a triple completion or a quadruple completion. Actually, we're pretty close. Was it? It's 80? No, we're not. 240. We need 320 orbs. We're not. Quadruples is not close. It's just not. But anyways, we still got about 5 or 6 there, plus 10 from the event. We're going places. But I might do a triple event later down the road when something else comes that I kind of want to build. But for right now, we're just going to cabbage onto them, and we're going to jump in here and knock out all of our shards. I don't really care what they are. I'll have to pull out some light and dark, obviously, for the rest of it. This stuff, I'm just going to leave there because I probably won't need it. So let's just go ahead and jump in. We'll do the faction-specific ones first. No Bades. Sad face. No Bade. It's okay. Bade's not that great yet. Hopefully his rework's really cool. We'll see. Forest Hero snagging a Molass out. Look at that. That's hot news. And then we've got 14 of these doohickeys. Let's go ahead and summon all of them. Oh, there we go. Double Bade. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Nidantalion. What? Not on this account. Not on this account. But yeah, we got some stuff there. Do we finish everything that's normal faction? We did. Give me all the stuff. Give me all the stuff. Oh, yeah. Gear, scrolls. That's all nice. And now we just need to knock out the light and dark portion, which, not a big deal. I've got light and dark hanging out right here. Go ahead and summon 2 Michelles. Boop. And eeny, meeny, miny. We'll just go with, yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll go with double Amu. There you go. And I guess we'll summon out these 2, because why not? Ooh, a Sigmund and Heartwatcher. Actually, that's nice. I don't need the Sigmund. I've actually got an E3 Sigmund, which I freaking love. He is my jam place. But anyways, I guess if a new enable system comes out with like E4 and E5 or whatever, I've got a copy waiting. But for Heartwatcher, I actually needed that. That's actually going to be enough to get her to E3 now, so that's 2 thumbs up. But today's big plan is E3 Daddy Moge time. That's right, we're gonna make Daddy Moge an E3 Daddy Moge. Daddy Moge. It's gonna be great. Hold on to your butts. So let's go ahead and jump in. I've already got some food lined up here. I need a 9-star this Vesa. This is actually of the Vesa copies I regressed. I've already used a few as food, just because I didn't care. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and make this a 9-star Vesa. She'll be my next food. So we'll just go boop, 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 boop. Doesn't really matter. Don't need any of yous. 7. Hot 7-star Vesa, you're looking good. And then we got, I don't know, boop, 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 bang, bang. Sound effects, great. Get that going. 8-star Vesa. And then finally, the final thingy, the 9-star Vesa. It's going to be a deal. Who do we want to use? Eeny, meeny, miny. We'll use Gru. I do like Gru. I miss my Gru. I can't wait to E3 another Gru. I'm going to do that one day. It's going to happen. 100%. I like Gru. He's kind of a cool dude. So let's go ahead, make sure, triple check. Okay, just gotta make sure I didn't throw a Heartwatcher in there because I've done dumb things before. There we go. 9-star Vesa. You're ready to be fed into things. Delicious. Delicious. And we've already got an ODO1 here at 9-star. Not a big deal. I've got the copies to make him a 10-star. We've got the 6-star. We've now got the 9-star food. Awaken. Oh, he actually does look kind of cool. It's sad that ODO1 is so completely useless. He's pretty good. He's a cool looking dude, but other than like countering priests, which is literally the only thing he does, and he's slow as butt, slow as absolute booty. He's just not useful. Like he has very limited use in the game. Like here's what I wish the devs would do. I wish they'd go back. Like if they're going to be reworking things, why don't you rework things that really need it? Like Starlight. I mean, could you rework her? Sure. Did she have a really? I mean. Here's the thing that I think they really missed the ball on Starlight. The old Starlight. If you guys didn't know, her active skill had a chance to stun warriors and rangers. If you guys don't know, there's not a single unit in the game that targets rangers with crowd control. Not anymore. There used to be. Starlight was like the only unit that did it. But like things like Field. Nobody uses Field, and Field's like only purpose is he is a crowd control machine against assassins. And when you look at things like ODO1, a crowd control machine, but against priests. And then you've got Lutz, who's crowd control versus mages. You've got, I don't know if there's anything in Abyss. There might be, I can't remember it. But whatever, not important. Like I said, the ones that actually target a unit, there just aren't any anymore. Like, no one uses them. They're too slow, they're too old. Why don't you rework those heroes and actually make them viable? You know, make Lutz actually fast or useful in PvP, because in PvE he's really nothing. Like, I mean, yes, he can strip armor, whoop-de-doodle, you can keep that on him, but when it comes to like stunning mages, he's too slow, he just gets wrecked, he has no real viability in PvP, which is like his only real thing. So it's kind of weird that, I don't know, he's like a PvP unit that sucks so bad at PvP that no one builds him. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of strange. But with that said, we've got our 10-star unit ready. Let's go ahead and let's get our old daddy Mogh here. Look at that. So fast. We're going to get this guy up to the hot E3 action. Boop. Confirm. And he's going to get resilience. We're just going to swap that over to this for nowsies. Hopefully we can keep him alive. We're going to do a little bit of testing, of course. Enable time. Oh, boop. There you go. Gained a little bit of HP out of that, about 300,000. Not bad. He is a pretty squishy unit, so that's going to hopefully make a difference. The attack didn't go up by a whole lot, but that's all right. We'll go ahead and pump him up to level 290. Boop, 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 boop. Bang. Maxed. So just a hair under 3.1 million attack. That would be hot. 3.1 million HP, 100,000 attack, so not terrible bad. I have reduced damage on him right now, and you might be like, Wrath, why? Why do you have reduced damage on him and all the attack enables? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that. Give me all that business. What am I doing? I'm just missing free loot right here. Hot. Good. What does that put us at now? 187, looking hot, looking great. But over here in the Broken Spaces area, this is where I like to test my units. Sad face, we killed the Wave 2 Broken Spaces boss here, and he was like my bread and butter jam for testing like my max damage, because when you're fighting Wave 2, at least when you have E3 units, there's zero chance you're going to die. So you can kind of run balls out, all in, attack-based enables, attack-based gear, and you're not really worried about losing a unit, so you get your max damage output. When you jump to Wave 3, at least for my team, because in my team, I don't have my support units maxed. If I had E3 Belrain and E3 Heartwatcher, I'd probably be quite a bit safer in terms of my Wave 3 survivability, but with 10 stars, they definitely die, and they're not like, Belrain's heals aren't, nearly what they could be, and stuff like that. So it's just one of those deals where my team is like heavy on the damage, light on the support, and it makes it a little bit weak against Wave 3 bosses. But we do still have the Wave 2 light dude for a moment, for a very short amount of time. So we're going to try to run just a straight up damage built with the crit staff here on him. Not the crit staff, kind of a staff. Scythe? It's a scythe. Whatever, not important. So we got a little bit of crit here, a little bit of crit damage, and pumped up with all the damage enables. A lot of people have been saying, Wrath, give this a shot. Give this last enable here a shot. And I have, and I don't usually see very big differences at all in my damage, like coming from this. Like my Sigmund doesn't drop like 700 million damage now. It's like 500 million like he was doing, 550 million. So it's not like he got a huge attack boost when I ran this on him, but if it does boost my attack and I don't need it to stay alive, I guess why not? Gain 10 million damage, it's not a bad deal. So we got that on Daddy Mogh. She's not going to be doing anything because Valkyrie kind of blows in PvE later game. She's not that great. But any hoodles, I don't need that on you. I don't have any priest damage artifacts. It's really a turd sandwich. So I guess we can run the crit on you as well. I mean, I've got 2 Echoes of Death. Why not? You, Antlers Cane is just fantastic. I think your enables are set up properly, right? Yes, everybody's good there. Belrain, you have reduced damage on right now because you were getting your butt smashed earlier. 66 and 14. What's the Wind God? Oh, same thing. Okay, just making sure. We'll pop that on you. Make you a little quicker. You've got Rune's power. It doesn't really matter. You don't need attack. It's not an important thing for you. Cruise with reduced damage. We'll leave it like that. And another thing I did. I maxed out the wolf. I've been needing to do it for a while. Way back in the day when I had Walter in my team, I built my snake monster up, and I couldn't justify dropping 200 million gold to upgrade the wolf when it was a very similar build. But since I do have bleed in my team, a lot of people are like, Wrath, build the wolf. Just build the wolf. It's like, all right, I've got the extra loot. I'll go ahead and build the wolf. So I did. I'm still totally set to max out the Phoenix whenever it finally drops. So I gave it a shot, and it actually did boost my damage by quite a bit, because, like I said, I've got bleed units in my team, not poison. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here. We're going to do a little bit of a battle with the E3 Daddy Mogh, and we're going to hope for some really good numbers. This should work out fine, other than we're not going to drop Snake. I'm going to go balls in with Wolf first and run a Wolf damage, and then we'll swap maybe if there's enough HP left on the units to the Snake and see if we can't get another damage test out that way. I think everybody's set up exactly how they need to be set up. No one needs to be changed right now. Hopefully, jump in and see what happens. Hopefully Daddy Mogh doesn't die. He might. He's kind of a weenie, and these guys do get faction advantage on him. So we'll see. We'll see how much damage they're dropping on him first. I would say we're probably fine. Of course, I say that, and you never know. He's looking like he's doing okay, though. He's looking all right. But here we go, rounding things out. I did a little bit of testing earlier, and I felt pretty solid against the wave 3 broken space. Like, I assumed my damage would, like, tank horribly because things were dying, but I actually still hit pretty hard, and I'm actually kind of excited now to see when I get the wave 2 broken space boss back, how much damage my team can actually put out, with the new wolf monster in, boosting my damage, and testing out these new enables. But as for that, I'm not really sure what I want to push next on my team. I've got my first 4 E3 units. I'm pretty proud about that. We're at round 8, so we're going to go ahead and slow things down here. This is where you start seeing your bigger damage come in. But I'm thinking I kind of want to pump Belrain to E3 next, but at the same time, an E3 Belrain, while it might keep my Heartwatcher alive, if Heartwatcher dies early because she's not E3, your damage goes to absolute turd sandwich. So I don't know. I mean, I've already got the copies for Heartwatcher, so it makes a lot of sense. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. Also, another thing I was curious about was if a skill damage had a cap, because I was kind of wondering about that with Das Mogh. Is like, does skill damage actually cap out? Because the numbers seem to get weird and glitchy sometimes later in battles. So I wasn't sure, and I sent a mail to the devs and was like, hey, listen, does skill damage have a cap, or is it worth like running like an Orb of Annihilation on your Daddy Mogh for another 90% skill damage? And they confirmed that there is no cap on skill damage. It goes up forever. So just one of those things I thought would be handy to share to you guys. Rounding out here, 14. We're getting almost to the end here. We have done a massive amount of damage on that first guy. We might not get a full damage out of the next run. I don't know. We'll see. We get one more active skill here on this last round from Daddy Mogh, and it should have a decent amount of skill damage attached to it as well. 12 and 14 mil. No crit there, which is a little sad. But whatevs. Whatevs, not a huge deal. Boop. Finished out. What do we end up with? Over 1 billion damage. So previously, our record here in the Light and Dark faction was, I think, 800 million damage. That's as most as I ever got to. I wasn't able to go above that, so 1 billion damage isn't a new record for this one for me. Daddy Mogh dropping 468 million damage. Now, I don't know how much harder he can actually hit, because he did miss a few crits in there, and that's one thing that kind of sucks about a Das Mogh crit build, is if you don't have high enough crit and crit damage. Like I said, if I had a Punisher staff on him, watch out. I think that would be disgustingly nasty. But we'll just go ahead and see if I swap this up to a snake, how low our damage goes losing the wolf's buff. So hopefully we won't kill this dude, because if we do, that's obviously going to lower the damage output that we're going to be able to do. It's just the way it works. You have 1 unit to hit rather than 2, your damage drops. It's definitely a thing. There's really no way around that. So we'll see. We'll just let this one run in double speed. We won't slow it down, just because the point of this one is to see, what the snake does versus the wolf. So, I mean, from my testing before, like I said, with the snake, I was dropping about 700-800 million damage pretty consistently. And with the wolf, you billion. I gained 200 to 300 million damage there. So that's definitely nice. Hopefully we can keep it up. But then we also get to jump in and test Wave 3 Broken Spaces. I hate to test against the Gold Boss, because my team has really nothing that does well against stun. Like on my other account, I've got the candy cane, so I can kind of dodge the stun there. I've also got Horus, who doesn't give a flying crap if you're stunning him or not. He's still going to be blocking. He's still going to be hitting you for that. Aspen builds his own crowd control immunity up as well, so it's kind of like, doesn't matter. But on this account, I don't really have anything that just straight up dodges crowd control and does good damage. In fact, my team's pretty much the opposite of the team you'd want for a Broken Spaces gold fighting, because both Sigmund and Mogh rely very heavily on you keeping a chain of attacks going to boost their damage optimally. So this team does not really work super well in that area. We didn't kill this guy, so I guess that's a thing. 677 million damage. Mogh dropped 300, so he lost about 100 million damage there. Looks like Sigmund lost quite a bit of damage as well. But there you go. Just a hair under 700 million, and our first hit was 1 billion damage. So there was about 300 million guaranteed extra damage there from the wolf. Not bad. The problem now is going to be there's no way we're not going to kill that first guy, so our damage is going to go down. It's just going to be a thing. Just poop on him real quick. Like 700, even though we killed the first dude, we still managed to hit harder with the wolf, because that guy's definitely dead. There's no way he's still alive. 16%. It's definitely just one dude now, isn't it? Yeah. Figured we probably won't be able to kill him either. Still 500 million damage on one dude. That's not bad. Which I guess kind of makes sense though, because we did 1 billion damage to 2 of them. Brain, get in there. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and just smash this guy out. Can we just smash him a couple of times and make him history? Oops, that was a snake. Shouldn't matter. Now he's dead. I haven't fought the Wave 3 Light and Dark boss. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry about it. What we are going to try is we're going to try our current setup that we have right now on this Wave 3 boss, and I'm pretty sure we're going to lose some people, and that's the problem. When people start dying, especially for Mogh, it drops his damage by a lot because he feeds off that skill energy. When they drop active skills, he gets skill damage. So if you have units start to die, he doesn't get that anymore, and especially if something like Belrain dies, then you also lose your attack buff that comes from Belrain and stuff like that, plus your healing, which is another big problem. So that's kind of why I want to push Belrain next. But at the same time, I also want to push Heartwatcher next. I think I probably need to push Belrain for survivability. But we'll go ahead and jump in here, rocking the wolf monster, and we're going to hope that we don't just flat out die. You know what I'm saying? But these guys do hit quite hard, and that's not necessarily a great thing. We've got a speed artifact on Belrain right now, which is definitely not ideal. I feel like we're probably going to lose Belrain for sure. And then after Belrain goes down, it looks like she is even in a bit of trouble right now without a reduced damage artifact. So, okay, she is back up to decent health. That's one thing about Cruz. Cruz can be really clutch sometimes with his heals, and sometimes he can be the opposite of clutch with his heals, and he can be like, oh, you're full health? Here's some more health, and there's someone like literally dying right next to him. He's like, hold up, okay, calm down there, buddy, you'll be fine. And then they're dead, and then it's not fine. And then it is not okay. But hopefully we can get a little bit of a heal here on Shia and keep her up. She's looking like she's in kind of a dookie sandwich. And there goes Cruz like, nah, Shia, you're fine. And Shia's like, nah, I'm dead. 100% I'm no longer with you. I am not among the living. And then we're going to lose Daddy Mogh. And again, this is with just what we were running against Wave 2's boss. So this is not how I normally run the team when it comes to the Wave 3 bosses, because this is what happens. Only Sigmund left alive. He doesn't give a flying crap about nobody. He cares not. And we still managed to drop nearly 900 million damage. It's not bad. Sigmund dropping about 533 million damage. Daddy Mogh at 181 mil. Not the best, of course, because, he died and a lot of people died. So we're going to go ahead and try to swap some gear around and see if we can't raise that up a little bit. For you, the Echo, he died, which I don't want him to. Obviously. I'm going to try to keep the enables the way they are and hopefully not need to rely on resilience. But we'll see. I could run the Guilty Crown for a little bit more HP. Don't necessarily need the control immunity, though. We'll give it a shot, see how it works out. That puts him to 3.2 million health. Just something to run with. Keeps his attack up as well. Instead of like a reduced damage, would lower his attack by quite a bit. Shia, we're going to go ahead and swap you to... the question is, do I want to keep this enable on Shia, or do I want to run resilience and make sure she stays alive? and be able to run something like the Nail of Destiny to offset the damage loss. We'll try it like that. We'll try to swap Resilience in here. I know I said I wanted to keep the enables the way they were, but I'm a liar. I lie about things. Get over it. Maybe Resilience will be enough to keep her alive, but swapping the Nail of Destiny in means I get that warrior damage still. I do believe those guys are warriors. Might want to double check that. Are you warriors? Wrong button. You are this guy. Yes, you're warriors. Okay. Had to be doubly sure there. I forgot. It's been a minute. Sigmund stayed alive just fine. I don't think he needs any changes. Belrain died pretty quickly, so I'm going to run a Fearless Armor on her. Try to keep her alive as long as possible. I feel like that will be kind of an important thing, and I think Heartwatcher still has the Rune's Power from Valkyrie on, so she's got a decent amount of HP. Bruce, you didn't change anything, did you? No. So let's see if we can't maybe crack 1 billion versus Wave 3, which would be a personal, personal best for me here. Let's give it a shot. Everybody's been kind of souped up, more tanky. Hopefully that is good enough. If Mogh still manages to die, I'll have to swap him to reduce damage. And that's one thing that people always ask me, though. I always get a question like, hey, what's the best artifact? What's the best, stone for this unit? And honestly, stones you don't change a whole lot, I'm not going to lie. But the artifacts, you change a lot. And there's a reason for that. When you go into battles, if you're just running your all balls in max DPS builds, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do the most damage. Oh, dude, looks like Daddy Mogh is in serious poop town. Oh, he's still alive. He's still there. Not sure how. He's going to go down, though. But like I said, if you run max damage on a unit and it dies, that max damage doesn't mean anything. Okay, if it has a potential to put out 1 billion damage, but it dies at round 2, it didn't put out 1 billion damage. So sometimes it's definitely worth dropping that extra damage. Like, I'm going to kick the guilty crown off of Mogh, and I'm going to go throw reduced damage on him. It's going to lower his overall damage output potential, but if he stays alive longer than round 3, then it's worth it, because you're going to obviously have increased damage output because he's still alive. And that's kind of what you want to focus on. It's not all about, who has 31 million damage from Shia? Get in there. Poop on some people, Shia. I like it. I like it when you poop on things. Good stuff. And also I could run the Resilience passive on Mogh instead and see if that would be enough. Did we break 1 billion damage with Mogh dead that early? Holy butts! Oh, Shia was like, what's going down? Here comes 450 million. Hot job, Shia. Holy crapsicles. I think it's the highest I've ever seen my Shia hit, so not bad. Not bad, Shia. You did very well. Daddy Mogh, you did not. You kind of got El pooped on. So, like I said, there's still a couple of things I could do here. I could either swap him to reduce damage, and hope that would be enough. I could swap him to Resilience and hope his passive healing would also be enough. Do we want to try Resilience to just kind of see how different it flows? We'll do it. What the crap? What's the worst can happen? I wouldn't say much. We still broke 1 billion damage, which blows my mind with Mogh dead that we still hit 1 billion, which was pretty hot. If I may say so myself, that was pretty good stuff. But I feel like with Belrain's random heals, you that Resilience, I feel like, is going to pay dividends, because at least you're not relying 100% on Belrain to keep you alive. You get Resilience to kind of help keep you there. In the meantime, when, Heartwatcher's getting totally dumped on this time. Belrain, can you please heal Heartwatcher? No, she's dead. So this is going to be a low damage. We'll just go ahead and skip this. This is going to suck. 700 million still kind of sucked. But yeah, when you lose Heartwatcher before round 8, your damage goes through the floor. Just heads up. It's not going to do well, because you're missing out on all those marks, the extra damage. We can kind of just keep that as a thing. And that's one thing I don't like about Belrain, is she's not an AoE healer in terms of like Vesa or Ormus, who heals everybody. She heals just a couple, so she can be really hit and miss when you need her. And of course, like I said, if this was an E3 Heartwatcher, it wouldn't be a problem. And this is one of the issues I have with my team trying to do max damage, is my supports just really aren't maxed. They're kind of just hanging out in the middle zone. And hopefully when we get them maxed, we'll see a lot better returns here. So let's keep going, though. Of course, we're going to see if we can't get another good round out. Hopefully Daddy Mogh won't die. Belrain's going to go down real quick. She's dead. That might not be a bad thing, as long as she can keep us alive to continue the five people doing damages. I don't know if Mogh's resilience is going to be enough to keep him going. So far, he's doing okay. He's doing all right. And that's one thing that I was kind of thinking about ditching Cruz for is, yes, Cruz has heals, and yes, they can be really handy. But with an E3 Belrain and an E3 Heartwatcher, I feel like I'll probably have enough heals on my team that I can ditch Cruz entirely and maybe run a Rosa in his place for higher attack boosting, more armor stripping, and even breaking enemy attack a little bit more. So might be something that I try. I don't know how well it'll work. Okay, we lost Heartwatcher, but it's okay because Heartwatcher made it all the way up to round 8. As long as she hits round 8 at 10 stars, she's fine. 23 million basic attack from Shia there. That's not bad. Oh no, Shia died right before she got her active skill. Butts. Absolute butts. But still, 1.1 billion damage. So we're going up. We're going up. 381 million from her, 195 million from Daddy Mogh, 550 million from old Sigmund. Now, before you say, oh, Mogh obviously blows, look how little damage he's doing. Keep in mind, this is the same damage these guys were doing versus the Light and Dark boss when he was dropping 460 plus million damage. The reason being, they have faction advantage here. They're doing extra damage. They're Fortress, these are Abyss. They get native damage boosts. Plus, I've got a Nail of Destiny. I have no priest damage artifacts, which is just stupid, but it's a thing. Wait a minute. Do we fight this guy and lose yet? Are they assassins? I cannot remember what those little farts are. They are assassins. Do I have an assassin damage artifact? Probably not. Knowing my luck, I don't. I've got Ranger, I've got Mage, I've got nothing. And I tell you what, my orange artifact situation is total booty. I've got all kinds of food to level them up. I just can't get the stupid things. It's annoying. Give me that, though. Forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, we still hit 1.1 billion damage, and I'm saying, I'm not at max capacity here. Okay, if I had my E3 Belrain, who didn't die, could stay alive, constantly boost my attack by 30%, every time she casts an active skill, keep those heals going, Heartwatcher at E3, didn't have to worry about her dying ever, I could probably get away with, I don't know, 1.4, 1.5 bill maybe? Which isn't bad for a team that's not like the scary cheese or something. I feel like doing over 1 billion damage is kind of handy. I guess we can try one battle here. We'll see. It's not going to be great. I can almost guarantee you that. But what the crap? They're not going to kill us. That's at least not a worry here. Probably could have buffed up more for the attack enables then. But like I said, when you get the stuns and crap, that's kind of the problem with testing against these guys is you never know. If they stun your big damage units, like Sigmund's been stunned for like 3 rounds. He's got no burns out. He's not stripping armor. My team's damage goes down, his damage goes way down. If he's not casting active skills, Mogh's not building skill energy, he's not getting more skill damage. And like I said, it just kind of never-ending turd sandwich when you're fighting crowd control bosses. That's why I don't like test versus them. They're not good for testing, in my opinion, because they're too RNG based. You can hit 1 billion damage and then 500 million damage the very next round, just depending on if if my Heartwatcher's crowd controlled to the first like 8 rounds, your damage goes way down, and it's a possibility it can happen. So it's one of those things. It's the reason I don't really like test on them, just heads up. That's why I don't fight the gold bosses a whole lot on camera. They kind of stink. But whatever. We're going to go ahead and knock this guy out. I don't know if we'll kill it. I mean, we're not going to kill it this round, obviously. I don't know. Oh, of course, Daddy Mogh gets stunned on round 15. You bunch of turds. Throat. Stop it, throat. 400 million damage. Is that even a real number? I guess it is. But like I said, you see a huge swing in damage from a team that was dropping over 1 billion damage against a wave 3 boss, going down to 400 million damage versus a wave 2 boss. It's just, there's nothing you can really do about it. Nothing I can do about it right now. I don't have a candy cane to avoid the stuns. I don't have units that are just natively immune to stun. I also don't have a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of things, but whatever, not important. Let's go ahead. I think we can call that. I mean, we did all right. Daddy Mogh dropped about 460 million damage, which isn't terrible. I wish I had a stinking, whatchamacallit, a Punisher staff. That would be fantastic. Punisher staff with Belrain at E3. I can probably keep my team alive and not worry so much about having to run reduced damage on people or, just kind of lowering my overall damage. But yeah, we did pretty well. I can't wait to get back to the Wave 2 Abyss boss, so I can see if I can't break that old 1.2 billion damage record. I would assume I can, especially since we hit 1.1 something billion on the Wave 3 broken spaces with people dying, so I definitely think we can. I think we can definitely break our old record there for sure. Probably up to 1.4 maybe. 1.5. We'll see. We shall see. Over. I don't know if I need to go for an assassin set on her right yet anyways. I mean, it would definitely boost her. Getting rid of that crap would definitely bump her a little bit. She'd lose a little bit of HP, but she'd gain a lot of attack, which helps her self-heal a little bit. But really, I think the big holdup for the team in like the raw max damage is I just need to get my Belrain and my Heart Watcher to E3. That'll probably be a big deal. And as for Cruz, I am really heavily weighing swapping Cruz out in PvE for a Rosa later down the road. Just because constant reduction of armor means you constantly deal more damage. He also is going to boost my allies' attack by 20%. When you stack that with Belrain's 30% attack boost, you're getting quite the attack buff. He lowers enemies' attack, which means I don't have to worry so much about survivability because he's going to help me survive anyways. And then if he falls below half health, he also is going to buff my reduced damage for 3 rounds and kind of give me a little safety net, at least for 3 rounds, to keep damage going. So amazing. So maybe Rosa, he might make his way back into the team. It's a PvE team anyway. It's not like I'm trying to be, I'm the best at PvP. No, this is a PvE account, so he might make his way back in. Hopefully it'll be kind of cool. The reason I'm not running like an Ormus, you're like, why don't you just run a better healer or a healer that heals everybody? Because that lowers your damage substantially. In this case, like Ormus, I mean, he has no buffs to attack. He just heals. That's all he does. So if I swap Belrain out for Ormus, I don't feel like I would get very much damage out of him rather than just E3ing Belrain, dealing with the RNG of sometimes somebody might die, but at least I'm getting a 30% attack boost and still keeping up decent heals. I don't think it makes a difference. Same with Vesa. Like, Vesa drops decent damage and decent healing, but I still feel like Belrain's buff 30% attack is going to be a bigger boost to my team overall than just carrying another healer in like Vesa. So that's my take on it. But I think that's going to be it. E3 Daddy Mogh was a thing. Almost got him to 500 million damage by himself in that Wave 2 Light and Dark. And still set a couple new records. 1 billion damage in Light and Dark, over 1 billion damage in Wave 3 on the Abyss. I'm feeling pretty good. So I can't wait to get the rest of the team upgraded. It's going to take a little bit, but we'll get there. But I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one.